All right, hello everyone. Hopefully everyone is doing okay. I took a quick drive up the street from where I normally do my videos so I can show you the Gulf of Mexico side of the island in which we live, which is just off the coast of mainland Alabama, and it's called Dauphin Island. In the distance would be the very tip or the west end of Dauphin Island, and just beyond that would be Mississippi waters, where again, my longtime weather forecast friend Mike Etter is doing his research. So a really nice day here. If you look off in the distance, you can see the shrimp boats still doing their thing. A lot of these shrimp boats will proceed into the Bay Area around the tip of Dauphin Island and get into the Bayou La Battery area or the Biloxi Sound or Mississippi waters to shelter down for this storm. If you look due south here beyond these houses, you can start to see the darker cloud tops, kind of scattered cloud tops rolling in from the south. And that's the direction where Tropical Storm Cristobal will be moving in from. So to my due south would be the meat of that storm, again, that we've been following. And that direction would be due south of Mississippi and Louisiana waters, where the center of circulation would be located. But we'll keep our eyes on this one. But this should be the calm before the storm. I think that the weather will begin to deteriorate tonight in terms of cloudy skies. Rainfall will probably begin tomorrow, scattered in the morning, and then begin to get thick here as we edge into Sunday afternoon, Sunday evening, into Monday morning. But a really beautiful day here. Really nice out. People are enjoying it, and that's always great. But we'll see how this evening goes. We'll check out to a couple graphics and see what everything's looking like. All right, so I just got back here to the house, and I heard from my buddy Mike in the Pascagoula area, the Mississippi Gulf Coast area, and he indicated that some of the latest forecasted tracks or models had pushed the center of circulation, making a landfall a little bit further to the east, as we discussed in the last update. So where I was just standing was right on the very west end of Dauphin Island, and that is right in this area where that little red mark is. So as we can see, the storm has now pushed offshore and is eased back into the Gulf of Mexico. The pressure is still holding at 1,000 millibars, so there hasn't been a lot of change since the last update, so I won't get into too many other graphics because they really kind of held the same, but it is now back into the Gulf of Mexico and should this evening gain the strength that it needs to really cause some discomfort to everyone here on the Alabama, Mississippi, Louisiana, and Florida panhandle in the northern Gulf Coast. All right, so here's a look at the most recent Doppler radar. That is active radar that shows precipitation. So once again, I'll put actually there's a blue dot already right there. So this is my local weather app that I use. So the blue dot is where I am located. So I'll put Mike on the map here because he's over here in the Mississippi Gulfport, Biloxi, Pascagoula, again, the Mississippi Gulf Coast. But you can see how close that some of these outer bands are. The speed of the storm is picked up to 12 miles per hour, moving due north. So in the previous update, the speed was at 7 miles per hour. So it has picked up some speed, even more so than the last update. So what does that really mean? Well, it may again inhibit strengthening just because it's moving more quickly. It will have less time to strengthen. But nonetheless, again, I was just out on the west end of Dauphin Island, as you saw in the very first segment, and it was extremely hot. So the longer that it takes, and I mean every minute that the center of circulation is over that warm water, there is a likelihood of it gaining strength, even more so. It's not out of the question at this point for the storm to become a minimal hurricane. Stranger things have happened, believe me. So don't count hurricane status out. Again, I don't really think that will occur, but it could very well do so. The low-lying areas, again, Florida Panhandle, the coastal Mississippi, coastal Alabama, New Orleans area, Grand Isle, Louisiana. These are areas that are going to see some major impacts from this storm. It's inevitable, so keep your eyes open, and tomorrow morning should really begin to see the brunt of what's going to come. So tomorrow should be a really big day. So we look forward to that, and obviously we hope everyone stays safe. All right, so this is just a quick graphic of surface water temperature, by the way. So we see around the peninsula of Florida, we have 83 degrees, 85, Tampa, St. Petersburg area, 82 Miami, and around the eastern seaboard. The only reason why I brought this graphic up is because we see it's the same color all the way across the Gulf of Mexico. So this is surface water temperatures. The part that's a little difficult to make this storm develop rapidly is what's below the surface. So I was just mentioning a minute ago that the longer it stays out there over this warm water, it's only really that warm at the surface. So to clear that up, as long as the storm is out there and as long as it is hot as it is, then the surface and below is going to get warmer and warmer. Now, will it be warmer and warmer overnight? You know, no. But again, every second that it's out there in this environment, it has a chance to again further develop. So don't count out any type of hurricane status at all. All right, so this is the last graphic I'll do on this video, and this is the latest cone and latest advisory markings from the National Oceanic and Atmospheric Administration, or the National Hurricane Center. You can see that the entire area that Mike and I have been talking about for the past, say, 3 or 4 days is now under the shade purple, which is a tropical storm warning. So the entire Gulf Coast from the New Orleans area all the way into the western portions of the Florida Panhandle have now just been alerted that we are now under a tropical storm warning. So if you can see here, it shows that, hey, at 1 a.m. Sunday morning, so, you know, late night tonight into 1 p.m. tomorrow, 1 p.m. Sunday afternoon, that the weather's going to start deteriorating. I showed you on the Doppler that we already have, and a very close proximity to us is some of these outer feeder bands. So I can only imagine that tomorrow, around daybreak, I'm sure there's going to be some ominous clouds around as we move into Sunday afternoon. We should start getting some wind gusts, some squalls, some good rainfall, and then again we'll keep updates going as long as we can stay out and film it. If you look at some of our older videos, sometimes it gets relatively intense. We always look forward to that. So keep your eyes peeled on this one. It'll be a good day tomorrow. It'll be a long day. I look forward to it. So be ready for a storm, Gulf Coast. Stay safe. Bat down the hatches and get ready for this one. Anyway, it's going to be an exciting season this early on. To already have 3 storms named to only be at June 5th is quite impressive. So it looks like this Atlantic season, hurricane season, is going to be one to remember. So stay safe, and we will see you next time. Take care.